quarantine yourself, it's time for Robcast.
There you go. I like that one.
All right, cool. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for jumping on the stream. We're recording in this way, to make sure we're doing the social distancing and all of that good shit. So I want to do a quick check-in before we get into a few of the topics we have on today's Robcast. But so how's everyone doing? Mental health.
I'm going crazy.
The potatoes started laughing at me.
That's pretty good. AJ, how about yourself?
I'm losing it, man. I'm a people person. I don't know what to do. I'm just playing 55, 60 hours a week of Warzone, getting some work done, and spanking that chicken pretty much, man. That's me. I shave my beard. I don't know. I'm losing my shit, dude. I need help. Dude.
It's not a good look. It's not.
It's not.
Your boy Rob Lee has just been here running a stream. You would think I'm a terrible business person. You would think that I'm doing the drugs that you're doing, sir, because I'm working long hours, I'm multitasking, and I'm not losing my mind yet. I'm still here. Almost normal. But I feel like the fall is coming. Pride cometh before the fall, right?
That's not cool.
But literally, I think I've been high most of the day. And I smoked yesterday. I don't think that shit's really gotten out of my system because I've not sweated. I've just been in the crib, let me log into this computer, let me get high, and I'm still high. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, basically, that's been the whole quarantine.
Man, how many days have we been quarantined, officially? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're almost to the 4 week. Isn't next? Yeah, this coming Monday would be the beginning of week 4.
So in the almost 3 full weeks that we've been quarantined, I think I've jerked off 12 times. Well, 12 different days. Sorry.
That sounds inaccurate.
That's a high number for me. That's a high fucking number for me.
I've jerked off at least 12 times every day since the quarantine started.
Your penis has calluses on it, sir.
It's looking a little rough. He is a little dry, so I'm leaving him alone the rest of this week. He's on holiday.
Ew.
At least your guys' dick still works.
He's got that little bang.
You want to talk about potatoes, man? It's just a potato right now, man. It ain't nothing, dude.
Yeah, just extra eyes.
It looks like it's parachuting.
So one of the things that I think people have been doing to kind of stay sane while we're in quarantine, because as you touched on before, AJ, I think for the most part we're social creatures. We need to be around people in varying degrees. No one just wants to be plugged into a fucking computer all day. This is the Matrix, right?
We're headed there.
No one wants to be plugged into the computer all day. So, we do things to have some degree of departure, some degree of escapism. So I've seen a lot of memes around this show that's on Netflix, this documentary that's called Tiger King. I'm 5 episodes or 6 episodes in. I know that you finished it, AJ, and I think, Dan, you finished it, right?
A little bit earlier today. Oh, my God.
Could you, AJ, give me a review on this, or for the fine folks out there that are still questioning whether or not they should watch it?
Oh my gosh, it's like a crazy, maddening criminal mastermind, or even lack thereof, type of crime series with just a bunch of shit, ton of crazy filled bastards. No one is safe in this show. Nobody. It's like you got
wow.
you got Joe Exotic, dude. He's like this polygamous, multiple boyfriend, husband, proudly gay, side piece carrying country boy who's really low key a mastermind with the camera. It's always on record. He's watching everybody. He is the Tiger King. Oddly enough, though, he's going to end up facing the cage. It's just you can't have a better ending, I think, to it. He owns this zoo, dude. 180 plus big cats. Do you breed much, man? That's a lot of fucking. You know what I'm saying? And then you got his arch nemesis, Carol Baskins, aka that bitch. She the CEO of Big Cat Rescue, which is like this, huge non-for-profit animal sanctuary in like Tampa. And right from the go, right when you see Carol, dude, there's just this overflowing amount of bad vibes and bad juju covered in her aura. And so from then on out, Joe and Carol are the collision show. It's like when that ball hits the wall, it's coming back at you. Hashtag that bitch.
That bitch Carol Baskins.
Yeah. And there's other characters in it that make the show. Don't get me wrong. Like Joe's got his own group of like unexperienced misfits running all these deadly animals that are like pretty exotic. But like, I guess when you pet animals and, they don't kill you, it's like kind of makes us humans wet horny. So like you can seduce guys and girls with it. So, I mean, it's just overall like the show is it's just madness. It's a must watch. Once you start watching it, you won't stop. You got to see it through for sure. It's one of those shows.
You get through it in a day and a half.
Let me ask you a quick question here. So I'm a person, I started watching it last weekend with the girl face, and I'm a person that I'll start seeing shit and I'm like, hold on, am I having a stroke? Like, did that really happen? So when the Latinx les chick or whatever, I'm like, she's missing the hand. And my girl saw it too. She was like, I assure you a tiger took it. And I was just like, I'm waiting for the tiger took my arm story. And then it did not disappoint. I was like, oh shit.
Called it.
Dude, I hope they win some sort of award for that documentary, because the way the episodes play out is perfect story-wise. Like I was like, okay, she's the one that lost her arm, when they finally get to the part where it's like, and I lost my arm. Your
boy Doc Antle is a piece of shit. And he's in the Britney Spears performances. So he's got a fair amount of fame, but fuck that guy. Like there's some like sharp eagle-eyed sleuth motherfucker. You remember when like I'm a Slave for You came out? Mm-hmm. And she's got like snakes and all of this shit. When they did the MTV performance, he's the tiger wrangler on the MTV on stage fucking thing. So he's there. Oh, shit. Him and his like quasi-rapey goatee is there.
Him and Britney got together for sure. They did some stuff.
He was trying to make her one of his sister wives.
Oh my God! Yes, yeah. That dude's one of a kind.
Dan, you were saying something?
No, I was going to say immediately. Ansel is just a Philip Seymour Hoffman wannabe. He is a cat-killing, cult-leading, Philip Seymour Hoffman looking like motherfucker. That's all he is.
See, here's the thing with Doc Antle that's fucked up. He's the worst. Like, he's like a regular white dude, but he wants to be Indian. Like, you saw that fucking, this is my spiritual leader, that whole fucking thing.
The Bhagavan or whatever it is.
I was like, hold on, run that back. You know what I mean? I was like, you, sir, did not travel to Nepal. What are you saying? And then he like renamed, because that's the thing. He's by definition a cult. All of them, from what I've seen, all of them are cult people, but he's the most well-versed. He's got that shit down to a science.
Oh, yeah. He's a mastermind at it. Yeah.
Remember the one dude that he's kind of like the redneckish fucker? He was like, I don't care about the tigers. Tell me how you got these girls trained.
Yeah, Tim Stark.
Yeah, Tim Stark.
Can we agree?
Fucking great.
Can we agree that that's Woody Harrelson's dad?
Yes.
That's Woody Harrelson's dad. It is. Like
100%.
The first thing I thought.
Yo. Hold on. We got the mighty D from Copen Media on here.
Oh snap.
My bad, guys. I was trying to fumble my way through this pod bean, man. But this shit is tight, though. Oh, can we curse on here? We can curse on here, right?
Yeah, we're good.
I run this stream,
Fuck
baby.
Yeah.
We good, baby.
Oh, my niggas. What's up? What's going on?
What's up, Dearyes? What's good, baby?
It is.
I can't say that.
Hold on. It's like when you invite someone over your house. Yeah, man, take your dick out, have a drink, nigga. I don't care.
What?
Yeah. It's like, hey, you try to be the good guest. Like, I'm not gonna pull my dick out, man. I'm just gonna scratch my balls a little bit. That's all. I'm just gonna scratch my balls. So.
You guys have been watching Tiger King?
Yes, absolutely.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it tight? Dude. I keep hearing that it's vicious.
So we're in the middle of a conversation on it right now. I guess quickly, AJ, just give him a quick because he's your audience right there. He is your audience right now. I haven't watched it. Should I watch it?
Dearyes, watch the first 30 seconds, and then you're in. But I'll tell you, Dude, you're gonna fall in love with Joe Exotic at first, and then you're gonna start to hate him a little bit, and then you might fall in love with him again, and then you're gonna hear some of the songs, and they're really catchy, and they're gonna start playing them in your radio, and then you're gonna be thinking about the show when, like, it's hard to leave your house and not think about the show because of the conundrum that we're in right now. But like when I go to the bathroom and I try to get my mind away from Tiger King, I look at my dick while I'm pissing. I'm just thinking like, that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get it out of my head, dude. You gotta watch it.
I keep singing "I Saw a Tiger." That's all I know.
Yeah, kitty, kitty. Yeah, kitty.
I saw a tiger, and Tiger saw a man.
I mean, not for nothing, but Joe Exotic's his discography slaps. I can't knock it.
It does.
He's a mastermind, dude, with the camera, man.
Free Joe Exotic.
Is it kind of like Walk Hard, where every song is kind of funny, but it kind of matches with what's going on? Like,
dude,
yes.
It's like going to the mall in the 90s and making a music video in front of a green screen. That is basically what it is. And it's wonderful. It's insane and it's ridiculous and it's wonderful.
So it's a ton of fun. It's gonna be,
absolutely. I was going to say, here's my back of the DVD case quote. You couldn't get, I'm trying to think, what was it? You couldn't get the greatest fictional writers of our time together to work on a project together as good as this. Like, there's no work of fiction. Neil Gaiman is sitting there wishing he had this idea first.
Right.
I have a question. Is this Baywatch material? Can I watch this with my girl? Can me and my girl watch Tiger watch?
Oh my God.
Tiger King, and then she. Yo,
you
can?
It's got all the reality drama to it, man. She's gonna love this shit, dude. She's gonna eat it
everything.
up.
Okay.
Y'all are gonna bond over some animal rights shit. Let me tell you that much.
You're gonna bond over hating Carol Baskins, is what it is.
That bitch.
You're going to do role play. You're going to be Joe Exotic, bringing two guys into the bedroom. She's going to be Carol Baskins, and you're going to kill it with your dick, dude.
No.
Wow. Hold on. Check it. When his young husband killed himself mistakenly, I mean, was that kind of fucked up or am I bugging?
Yo. I rewound that part just to watch the campaign manager's face.
He just sat in the chair.
The realest shit ever. I was like, oh my God.
I mean, let that be a lesson. Like, one, don't fucking play with guns. Like, now here's the thing. You would think that it's based in Florida. Carol's the only motherfucking Florida. They're in Oklahoma.
Still, you got to stay the fuck out of Florida. Stay the fuck out.
Wasn't it suicide?
It was suicide by accident, though.
Yeah.
Suicide by accident. Oh, shit. I thought he did it on purpose. I thought he was like, I can't take this shit with Joe anymore. I'm not happy. Boom. But it was...
No.
Oh, okay.
The campaign manager was like, you should be pointing it at me. So he took the clip out of there. He's like, if it doesn't have a clip in there, it won't fire. It was one in the chamber, and it blew his fucking head off.
Yeah.
That shit is not good.
Dude, it's insane. Although I gotta say this. Rick... What is his name? Rick Kirkham is clutch. That dude had the chance to be the next generation's Chaim Saban, dude. If he could have just gotten Tiger King out to the world as a reality show, it would have eclipsed Jersey Shore.
Now, hold on. I agree, but hold on. One quick thing before we move off this topic to some of the other stuff we got. So the villain of who's your villain? That's since the three of us have seen it. D, you haven't seen it yet, so to give you some context, who is your villain? We can't pick the same person, so I'm going to start off with AJ. Who is your villain of the show? Go.
Oh, it's that bitch, dude. From day one, the very first time you see her face, there's something off with her. Carol Baskins, I'm telling you, every time that she talks about murdering or not murdering her Don or whatever, she's all nonchalant, dude. Her body language says it all. That girl fed her husband to the tigers. Carol Baskins fed Don to the tigers, man. She's the bad guy.
The O.J. Simpson flippancy of, if I killed him, this is how I would do it.
No,
you use sardine
absolutely.
oil. That's exactly what she said. You use sardine oil if you're trying to feed it to a cat.
That's the only person who said that, though. Like, the only time you ever hear that once coming from her.
Right. Dan, who do you have?
Oh, it's fucking Jeff Lowe, dude. That guy is a super con.
Oh, yeah.
Super con, dude.
How douchey was he?
Oh my God! The only way he could have been more obvious is if he would have turned the zoo into a biker club that produced meth.
Yes, he was one of the villains on the last season of Breaking Bad and shit. He was running that fucking biker gang, and he's some dude Kyle's dad. That's what it is. I'll say Doc Antel is my villain because this nigga was a rapist. I don't care. Allegedly. But when you have 18-year-olds 17-year-olds coming down to your place and their dads just leave them there and you kind of force them to get titty implants and you're fucking them for to get better living, you might be a rapist, sir.
Yeah.
But definitely a must watch, right?
No doubt, man.
No doubt.
I'm definitely convinced.
I would like to say one last thing. I'm upset there wasn't more Mario Tabarot or whatever his last name is. The Latin dude,
he was great.
That's the only time you see him, and he's just a guy. He did his time, and now he just wants to be left alone with his big cats. That's it. That's his whole story, dude. End of scene.
Here's the thing that I kind of trumped up a little bit with like Carol Baskins and adding to her bitch-astedness. Notice she had the most beef. She didn't have much to say about Doc Antel. She had a lot to say about Joe because they had their feud. But then she was shading fucking Marco. And it's like, yeah, he's an ex-con though. I was like, oh, you're going after the brown guy and the gay guy. You suck. All right,
I just love when he laughs about, she killed her husband, right? And he just looks off, and that's the last time you see him.
All right. Let's switch gears a little bit to kind of go back into the format we had initially here. So one thing, if you're doing it right, if you got somebody with you, you're probably in the crib banging because we're stuck in here with our partners, if we have them, if we live with them, and you're probably fucking, but let's help out some of the people that might be listening to this podcast, while they're quarantined away. I want to talk about what our sex playlists are. What are 3 songs that are on your sex playlist? So everyone's gotten a chance to look at that. I think me and D have ours in there, but AJ and Dan, feel free to chime in here.
Here, Kitty's definitely on it now. Like that's in there. That's
you're ridiculous. You're a ridiculous person. So D, what do you have? Regale us with your sex playlist. So your 3 songs.
Well, I'm one of those Quiet Storm kind of kids. I grew up in the time of certain types of R&B, and one of which is Silk and Meeting in My Bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I just find it to be a classic, and it's good because it's setting the tempo. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can start the song at the right time, it's like a great start off move. Like you're gonna pull off a move, this is a song to do it to. And what else? I put in something new in there. Jean Aiko has been really. Am I saying that right? Jean
I think you are. Aiko?
Okay.
Aiko?
Aiko. She's been killing it lately. And Pussy Fairy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an excellent song. And I think if I was to imagine like the middle of like a makeout session, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys are about to you just about to get in there, or you know what I'm saying? Like I like D'Angelo. How Does It Feel? A lot of classics. Like really, I think if it's anything that she listened to in her fucked up teenage years, you know what I'm saying? Like anything within that she listened to within that time frame. Usually, if you play it again, she's usually down for it. If you catch the right year, you just gotta do the math correctly.
Okay,
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So your boy Rob Lee, noted dick slinger. Here are mine. Now, my first one is going to be rescued by my latter 2. Just keep that in account. My first one on my sex playlist, I don't know why it's on there, I might have to take it off, but it's the theme from Benny Hill.
You fool.
So that's the pace in which I'm trying to keep up with.
Wow.
Now, my latter 2. my latter 2, they're the ones that they drop the panties. It is I start off, it has to be back to back. I start off with High for This by The Weeknd. This is off the House of Balloons joint.
My man, you just took one of mine.
And my follow up is The Party and After Party. Music to Leave It Into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And if you do the cumulative number, you can play, two of those. You can't play all three of them because you play all three of them on loop, it'll fuck up the next round. But you can play like those latter two on loop like 3 times. That's like a nice 30-minute session. Good shit. You throw that Benny Hill and it's like, all right, it might be pussy eating or something. We might have to go back to foreplay because she's not really into this British humor. So Dan, you got anything? AJ, you got anything?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, hit
Go
it.
for it.
Okay, so, well, first and foremost, I got to say honorable mention to Trey Songz' Find a Place, because that at one point that would have been a makeout song for me, but the end of the song, he whoops and it kind of takes you out of focus. So my makeout song is Journey's Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin'.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just a good song. It's a good song to make out to. And then, of course, Genuine's Pony. You always got to throw a pony in there.
Yep. That's good.
And then it really depends on the girl, because I know with my ex, she was all about LL Cool J. So I do like a little LL in there, but me personally, 9 Inch Nails' song Sin. That's that hard fucking shit.
That's a very eclectic list right there. I'm hearing Old Man Dan with the Journey reference or what have you. So good for you.
It's a good makeout song. Do that and follow it up with Prince's Kiss, and then get naked.
Yes,
immediately.
I'm just saying, they're good makeout songs.
If I'm gonna go Prince, I like to do Let's Pretend We're Married. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, AJ, you got anything?
Definitely. 9 Inch Nails for sure. I like that pace, especially, it's always a game time situation when you're laying down the beats while laying it down on her. But definitely I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal is on there, but that's usually after a weekend session. I like the weekend often. Often I like that a lot, but I do like the Party After Party. That's in the mix. But then after, the after show, I always throw on I Just Had Sex with Akon. Like, we leave it out on that,
I used to have that on there too on our playlist. I was like,
so trendy.
Yeah.
How the hell is it you two get more girls than me? I just don't understand that. Why would you put that on?
Because we have a sense of humor, man.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It's just something about it.
I'll put you on there. Me, you, and AJ will go out poon hounding and what have you, and we'll figure it out.
Let me get my beard back first.
Secret techniques. Oh,
Casino.
You shaved the beard?
What?
It'll be Casino.
Corona, man. Corona took it, dude. Beard's dead.
I like the sound of that.
Took your beard. They did say something about like if you wear a beard, it like interferes with the mask and shit. Like,
no, I'm not wearing a mask. Well, I am wearing a mask, but I'm not wearing one of those masks.
Why'd you have to say that? Now I gotta fucking shave my beard. Not that I'm wearing masks, but I'm just a hypochondriac.
Corona-free zone. Let's be a distraction.
Amen.
So check it. Check it. So the title of this episode, as Dan and I talked about a little bit earlier this week, is the apocalypse aesthetic. So I think we're headed to an apocalypse. Something's going to change, and it could go
zombies.
It could go really left, or it could just be minor changes like, you got to work from home a little bit more, or you can't fucking go to Disney parks or whatever. But my question would be to all of you, and I'll answer as well. If this is going to be an apocalypse, for sake of argument, what kind of apocalypse would it be, and what would your attire, what would your whole makeup look like? I mean, AJ can't really allow the apocalypse to happen until his beard is back, so that's the thing. But what is the apocalypse going to look like for you? I think Dan might already have an answer. But go ahead, sorry.
Oh, absolutely.
I was going to say... Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, I see it as an opportunity, man. Like, I'm just that big of an optimist. Like, I see this as an opportunity for me to move into, middle class, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, I really feel as if strolling on the bones of the people who died during this event. I can just,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could rise to a higher level in society, and be able to afford. I mean, this is the worst. This is the worst thing that I'm probably going to say on the show tonight. But I really try to look on the brighter side of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as if I'm going to live. You know what I'm saying? I think if I catch it, I'm going to do fine. Honestly, I feel as if I did catch it. I was in Hopkins for a week, and I saw it when it was coming on early on. So I know it's going to get way worse in the next couple of weeks. So, if folks want to keep having Corona parties and stuff like that, like, I just hope that, that they do some wills and get some legal action done, because Venable is an essential company, and we're open. And
that is ridiculous.
We're here. We're here.
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry, man. I'm keeping it 100, man. I ain't gonna die. Are you guys gonna die? I ain't gonna die. I'm sorry. It's a cold one.
So hold on. So let me get this straight. So D's apocalypse is gonna be him moving into upper management. That's essentially what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
Upper management apocalypse. Okay.
The survivor of the strongest survive. You are the Lion King.
Darwinism.
No, if I was in that world, like Walking Dead, I would hope to be like a CEO that found a way to like recycle zombies into mulch or something. And
I like
just like, I'm gonna turn these lemons into lemonade, no matter what kind of lemons I'm getting, man.
So Dan, hit me with yours, dude.
I mean, well, the apocalypse, the one I want is zombies. Slow-moving zombies, like the original Dawn of the Dead, not the new Dawn of the Dead. I mean, it just makes the most sense. This is a virus. Nobody knows how The Walking Dead started. I keep talking about it. Nobody wants to listen. But I'm already set with I'm almost set with my attire, because I'm going for a Lost Boys kind of look. I've got my black bandana to pull back my long ass hair, because it's getting there. I have a Alkaline Trio baseball tee. It's red and black. It looks awesome. I look good in it. And of course, I've got my tight black jeans with my I got to get some steel-toed boots, because you don't want them fuckers biting through your feet.
Wow.
The only thing I'm missing is a black vest, like a denim vest with I want to get an umbrella logo with, that we can put a mark or something through it. And then I want to get patches that says fuck umbrella.
Okay. I like it.
That's basically it. I need at least one more bandana too to tie around my leg like a cool guy.
I'm here for it. So
I like it. That's stylish, man.
Thank you.
So your boy Rob Lee, large man. We talked about this a little bit. We see, if Dan and I team up, it's going to be a Master Blaster situation from fucking Mad Max and shit. But I've been playing and watching. I watched last night into the day the 1994 version of the Street Fighter movie, the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I bought the 30th anniversary edition of fucking Street Fighter on the PS4. So I'm going to change what initially I wanted to do was just wear like red overalls. That's done. I am dressing like fucking Sagat. I am kneeing zombies in the face. This is the fucking plan. I'm going to lose an eye, thus going with the Sagat aesthetic. I'm going to have a scar over my chest. Again, the Sagat aesthetic. That is what I'm going for. I am going for video game fucking TIE fighters. And I'm probably going to die because I don't have much on other than like shorts.
See, I was going to say, can I interject real quick? You're at least going to want to invest in knee pads, because the first zombie you tiger uppercut, their teeth are going to go through your knee and you're done.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Just get some knee pads. It's a variant costume. We'll play it off like it's Sagat's variant.
That sounds super sexy. Get some knee pads. I'm going to add that to the list of things. Hey, AJ, you got anything? You got anything that you would be wearing during the zombie apocalypse or whatever your apocalypse would be?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely zombies for sure, because I want to shoot a lot of guns and a lot of people and, get away with a lot of things that you can't. But definitely a lot of heavy, thick, like leather, raw denim type deal, like thick material. Like I will not turn into a zombie. Like I will shave my beard before I turn into a zombie. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey,
I
would
think
you rock some
you turn
chainmail?
into a
Would you
zombie.
rock a little bit of chainmail just to make sure you don't get bit through?
Oh yeah, for sure. Bulletproof jacket too. Like I got it all, dude. Like I want like bullet and knife resistant like polo t-shirt. I'll make it up. I don't know. We'll do it. But that's it.
Under Armour.
I'm not. Zombies are not taking me. Like you said, Dearyes, you're not gonna die, right? Now, so if this is a zombie apocalypse, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna turn. Like you ain't getting me. You ain't getting me. No way. I'm untouchable.
Yeah, like it's facts. I'm not gonna do it.
Like I shave my beard. I'm not scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I've been pondering this idea for like the last 2 weeks. I'm sure that any of you guys that are actually doing some version of work, your shit has changed dramatically, and you've got either super flexible with how you do your job day to day, or you're either just not working or what have you. So I think that the way people work is going to change considerably. Like everything has been a Zoom call recently, right? So it's a lot of motherfuckers wearing sweatpants and shit. So that whole work attire, that whole business casual, that shit is dead for some people. It's going to be hooping shorts and fucking wife beaters, nigga. So I question, what other things do you think are going to change? Whether it be societal, whether it be workplace culture, whether it be in pop culture, that you think are going to change in post-corona? What do you think are going to change?
Online concerts. Like y'all saw that thing with the DJ, like the two DJs fought each other. It was like Timberland versus somebody else, and it was on social media.
I think it was Scott Storch.
Yeah. And it was a very popular event, and I think that there's going to be a lot more things like that, of live streaming events or folks doing events, group watching events, group viewing. I think that's going to be a lot more popular in the future.
Okay, I do too. I agree. I think like the whole. So remember with the Academy Awards, certain movies didn't get the juice because they're on streaming only. So like The Irishman, that was kind of not in the conversation because Spielberg really wasn't fucking with streaming packages. Basically, a fuck you to Amazon and so on. But now, a bunch of things are being moved directly to streaming. Like Wonder Woman, for instance, that thing is going to be streamed only. So next year's Academy Awards, if there is one and all of that shit, it's going to be vastly different.
Oh, big time, yeah.
I think also the theater experience is going to kind of change. Amusement parks are going to change.
See,
I think pocket pussies are gonna revolutionize.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching something on Vice, and 2 Chainz was interviewing this woman who came out with like a Bluetooth pocket pussy. So it was like a pocket pussy that you could have, and you can get your girl a dildo, and as she's doing herself, you know what I'm saying? It like mimics the motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so you guys are far.
Can you press 4 zeros and hijack that shit?
Yeah.
And I think we covered it. I think we talked about this on a Robcast years ago, me and Dan, and it was somebody that hijacked someone's fucking like pocket pussy via the Bluetooth. I think it was the episode of Coda James Brown, and we were fucking talking about this. Yeah. I'm just putting it on like 9 out of 10 the whole train ride. It's like, yeah, we're gonna be sexy strangers right now. So Dan,
crazy with it.
Dan, what did you have, dude?
Well, I definitely think, like, as far as pop culture goes, meet and greets are definitely going to change, if they even happen anymore. Hopefully the comic industry, what with cons, will come back in some form, but I think meet and greets are definitely going to die down. And to piggyback on D, musicians are starting to transfer over to Twitch to play shows and different things. So there's definitely going to be an uptick in different entertainment moving over to live streaming events, I feel.
Now, with all of it, do you think that it's like, once we get past it and we're truly in a post-corona kind of world, like, do you think that it's a long-term thing, or do you think that's a 6 to 8 months after they feel like things have peaked, that we can kind of get back to normalcy? Because I don't like the notion of, I'm going to pay you $500 for these My Chemical Romance Twitch streams or whatever.
Yo. I paid too much fucking money for my tickets. I'm going to Scream live and in person.
So do you think that's going to be like a 6-month or a year thing, or is it just... Because I don't think it's going to be the
maybe
future.
they might have that, but the price might be severely reduced. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
because no one has to travel anywhere. It's at the leisure of the artist. They're still making money from it. And then they could have a range that's larger than the largest stadium. Like a large stadium holds like 80, 90,000 people. They could have a concert if they're like fucking YouTube big and do a fucking concert for 1 million people who pay $5 for it. You know what I'm saying? And
here's the thing.
they could,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's it. They can pay $5 for it. Everybody makes a lot of money. You pay a little bit of money, and they have it out later on.
But here's the thing for like sporting events. I think that's going to be a bit dicey. And this relates to one of the things we'll talk about later. We're gonna have a wrestling segment a little bit later in the show, but I enjoy watching professional wrestling, and the WWE's biggest event is fucking going to be. It's already been recorded. It's a pre-recorded for their Super Bowl. So their Super Bowl is WrestleMania. They had to do a pre-recorded for that, and their main event won't be happening because the guy that is supposed to be in it, he had leukemia, so he can't even do the match because he's concerned about coronavirus. That is going to cause them to suffer tremendously, and just the fact that people plan out thousands of dollars to go to WrestleMania and shit, and do that whole fucking thing.
Yeah. All that.
So all of those things are going to change drastically. That's why,
I really think VR is going to be big. I think that's going to be the new evolution. VR it's already ready. It's already at that foundation. And now with something like this happening, it only encourages VR for all these different things you guys are talking about. We could easily just link it in, do VR. Maybe you hook up your pocket pussy with your remote dildo, and we're at it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that kind of runs counter for something like wrestling, what have you. You have to suspend that disbelief so much to actually watch wrestling and say, all right, it's not just two homoerotic guys fucking playing grab ass with fucking canned punches. So when you see the fakeness amplified of, hey, we're going to have a match, and there's no one around it to cheer them on, to do anything, it looks like bad theater. It looks like people are rehearsing. Mm-hmm. It looks really bad when they have TV deals and all of that. So
it's not the same without the crowd. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
sustainable. Energy.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what else? You know what else that I think is going to change? You know how they always have thirst traps and stuff like that on social media?
Yeah,
I think that this is gonna revolutionize thirst traps. Bitches, instead of showing off their titties and ass, they're gonna show casseroles and lasagnas.
Oh God!
You know what I'm saying? You just have really good house skills, or dudes. You know what I'm saying? Dudes who are real cuddly and shit. They're gonna be on Facebook yo, I got all the channel. I got bitch, I got Netflix, I got Hulu, I got Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? I got everything you need.
And I got extra people on there too. I got multiple screens now.
Yep, you know what I'm saying? I got extra accounts. I got the extra large screen televisions. I think those are gonna be the new thirst traps. Folks who are really good on indoors.
So D, you hit on a really good point there, and I want to kind of get into a segment I had drafted up for you. So you touched on the different streaming packages and all that stuff that is going to serve as kind of an equity to allure someone in. I have been not watching a lot of animes. I need some anime suggestions, but I need you to make the review. Give me the description of the anime, but do it poorly. Give me a bad description of 3 animes I should probably watch.
Okay. I got one. All right. I was thinking about watching it again, actually. The name of the show doesn't make any sense, though. The name of the show is fucking stupid. They should drink. Whoever decided the name should drink whatever the name of this show is called.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about this show, and you should check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not called Soap. Is
it Bleach?
Yes.
Oh, that's
have you guys ever
protect all of us?
Bleach might save your life, but if you think about it, it has nothing to do with the show whatsoever. They never talk about Bleach. They just keep changing uniforms. You know what I'm saying? They don't even show anything about washing clothes. Like, I'm just saying. The show named Bleach, and they use fucking katanas and they're death gods and shit like that. I'm just saying, why they call it Bleach?
That's fair. Do you have any other ones I should probably check out?
I got one. My sister is bad. We gag her so she doesn't chew on the homies.
Anyone want to take a shot at that one?
That's Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Smart man.
God,
Good job,
I
man.
fucking love that anime, dude.
I do too, man. That shit goes hard. Like I'm thinking about watching that all over again too. Like the way that it ended. Plus, there's a new movie coming out for it soon.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. It like takes place on a train or something. It's like a whole movie. It's gonna be like almost 2 hours, and it's gonna be like a train setting of them like fighting on there. It's gonna be.
That's fucking awesome. I got to look into that.
Hell yeah.
Do you have one more?
Oh, I got one more. You guys remember Inception, right? Like how you're in a dream and somebody else's dream and someone else's dream, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, in this one, you're in a Gundam, motherfucker, in a Gundam.
I have no idea what they're
from
calling it.
underground. You know what I'm saying? The best guy gets banged out early on, and you know what I'm saying? It has some of the best uplifting soundtrack I've ever heard.
Agreed.
D, you sound like a co-host that's just happy to be here. You like that, right?
Hey, you know, I'm just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I just wanted to let you guys know. Nah. But I am. But I know Dan already knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can vouch for how wonderful and amazing and awesome Gundam are. I've been into Gundam since high school. Rob, you even know I've built 3 Gundams while in quarantine. I've got 3 done so far. I got 2 to go.
Oh shit! Yeah, you about that life, man.
Right?
Wow.
I got a master grade heavy arms I'm waiting to do last because he's my favorite from Gundam Wing.
Oh, yeah, I love Gundam Wing. I'm actually watching Gundam Wing right now. You know what? I was actually gonna propose that we do a show with like best boy band anime. Because Gundam Wing was definitely a boy band anime. Like every boy had a different thing, and
absolutely, absolutely.
I'm here for it. So since we're kind of in this kind of geeky area, and I'm glad that you two, and this is a nice kind of relay handoff thing. This can kind of get us into maybe geek stuff and maybe a little Crown City before we get into the main events.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that. Well, I've got 2 game-related things. It's just kind of nice to see in the wake of Corona. Sony has donated $10 million to help the Corona Fund, the World Health Organization.
It was $100 million, wasn't it? I think it was $100 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, $100 million.
Yeah, because it said...
million.
Yeah,
that headline is wrong because it does. Later on in this article, it actually does say 100 mil, so my bad. But it's an incredible amount of money to help fight efforts and all that stuff.
Yeah,
crazy.
And then of
That's
course,
amazing.
The other thing I thought was interesting this week, and I'd like to call this mini segment. I didn't even know that existed. Activision won their lawsuit against GM. Did anybody know about this?
What were they suing them over?
Yeah.
Their depiction of Humvees in Call of Duty, I believe it was Modern Warfare.
Okay.
One of the more recent games.
No
right?
idea.
I didn't even know about this, but they were upset about their depiction of Humvees, and a judge basically said, well, they're depicting a game of war, and it's fair to be accurate, so it's fine. It's okay that they did what they did because it's not like the cars turned into Transformers and then started butt fucking each other. It was a car used in a video game for the purposes of just being a car, as accurate as it could be.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, didn't even know that happened.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking GM.
And then over on the Crown City cooking side of things, Leo DiCaprio and Apple decide to launch America's Food Fund to help those affected by COVID-19.
That's good shit.
So, yeah, there's a GoFundMe for it if you want to look it up. Oprah, it actually says on here that Oprah and Jose Andres both have donated a bunch of money. Good things, trying to help people out. Don't really have much more to that story, but recently, top-tier restaurants are making ends meet by selling their top-shelf bottles of, like, wine. And, Rob, I know you're going to love this. I specifically wanted to just talk about this to let you know. Where is it? Ooh, scroll down. DC, Jack Rose Dining Saloon, they're liquidating most of their whiskey library.
I need to get familiar with that.
Right now, it's said that the auction, I believe it's auction based. I'll have to look it on. I'll have to send you the link because I don't think I added this one to our earlier doc. But it opened to the public as of, I believe, 4 days ago. And there is a link to the actual website for Jack Rose Dining Saloon. But it's just something that's been going on in New York, New Orleans. They're actually the restaurant Cure in New Orleans with cocktail bar. They're auctioning off their bottles via Instagram. So if you wanted to try to pick something up, on a quick social media site, they're definitely selling bottles on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that's been happening, and like, I don't know if you guys have been like kind of taking advantage of some of the local eateries, but definitely support local. And wherever you're listening at, support your local places. Because a lot of the places that are here, like Dutch Courage, for sake of argument, they're doing like a bottle service. The same thing with like Wed City. They're pre-packaging their cocktails, and based on how the laws are set up, you can be a packaged goods place. So as long as your shit has a seal on it, they can go there, make it, do their whole fucking thing, put a seal on it, you don't touch it, and you can buy the same cocktail, maybe even stronger than you would get if you were to go there in a regular scenario. So right now, your boy has something that's in, they bought these bottles that look like the honey bear, like the fucking bear that has the honey in it. And it's filled with like gin and like lemon sugar. It is fucking fire, and I was drunk as shit drinking. It is strong as shit, dude.
That's dope.
So definitely support your places, and that whiskey library situation sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. We need to check it out to see if we can maybe still score something there.
I mean, I think Hogan is coming, and that's not that. I think Hogan is coming in two ways. One, he's not going to allow us to even leave the city, so that's a problem. And two, he might be in this next segment we're going to do, and that's about wrestling catchphrases from the 90s.
Okay.
So all of us are of an age that we're somewhat familiar with wrestling, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Somewhat, yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do, and hopefully all of you will play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name the wrestler, and you do your best rendition of a catchphrase of theirs. And we'll see if it's on the list. This is from Ranker, one of those great sites that shows you like certain popular things, what have you. And this has like a few famous wrestlers, all from the 90s, all you probably know. Ric Flair's in here somewhere, Stone Cold's here, The Rock is here somewhere. So I'll give you the wrestler's name, and you hit me with that catchphrase. How's that sound, guys?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. So Dan, you're going to be first, sir.
Oh, goody.
Macho Man.
Ooh, yeah, brother.
And
that's Hulk.
No, that's Macho Man.
That's Macho?
That is Macho. Yeah.
The brother part, not so much, but ooh, yeah.
I thought he used to call Hogan brother, too.
Not really.
Okay.
But this is definitely was in the Slim Jim commercials, and it would be ooh, yeah, dig it in the Slim Jim commercials.
There you go.
And that's ranked number 1, by the way, in Ranker.
Nice.
It's the most famous wrestler's catchphrase from the 90s. All right. I'm going to go AJ. Let's see if you get this one. And if he doesn't, Dan, you know where to come in at.
Okay.
Bret Hart. That's going to be Bret Hart.
Go ahead, Dan. That's what I'm saying. I said, go ahead, Dan. I have no idea.
Look at me, I'm overblown, and I'm going to bitch about losing a match over 20 years ago constantly until the day I die. Whoa. That's Bret Hart, right? That's Bret Hart, right?
It's I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
Oh, there you go. I totally forgot that. I thought you were talking about the Cincinnati screw job.
It's the Montreal screw job.
I knew it was. I was gonna say I knew it was Canada. I was gonna screw that up.
They fucked him in his home country, dude. You don't do that.
I get it. I was just trying to be funny.
D, your turn. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Drinking 2 beers at once.
Dan, you want to give me a hand?
Oh God!
Wait.
I was about to open up a can of whoop ass. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, open up a can of whoop ass.
Austin 36. Hold up. Austin 316 stands for I just whipped your ass, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
I was gonna say I remember the bottom line part.
That was the line he said when he broke Jake the Snake's jaw in Royal Rumble. Well, King of the Ring. Yeah. The Rock. Anybody.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? I gotta guess, right? Yeah, I like that, Dan.
What the Rock is cooking.
There you go, D.
That is accurate, and that's number 4. Number 5, Ric Flair.
Woo!
There you go. I need whoever does this one. I need it done perfectly. So you got to pace it. The Undertaker. Dan, D, anybody?
Oh God. No, I can't.
I can't do it either. Yeah.
All right. Rest in peace.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We need to have you do more of them.
I don't think anyone's going to get this one. The $1 Million Man. Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
Nah. I never liked him.
Another Stone Cold. Give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Kind of going as well as I thought it would be. Ric Flair. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's a good one.
Woo!
Dan, you should get this one. If you don't, our friendship is in question.
Oh, no.
Triple H from 1997 to give you context.
Suck it.
Oh, suck it. Yeah,
that's the only one I know.
All right, this one is going to even be this is another one, Dan. I don't think you're going to get the whole one. All right. The Road Dogg.
Oh God! Oh,
it's
you
long.
Didn't know? Wow! Your ass better call somebody.
Not the catchphrase. That's his theme. The catchphrase is that's the beginning of his song. The catchphrase
that's his thing. That's what everybody knew him for.
Nah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you your WWF Tag Team Champions of the World, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, that's way too much. I remember that too, but I was like, yeah, that's way too much.
That was every match. Paul Bearer. You're not going to get that. It's close. Ooh, yeah.
Where's Hogan at, man? Where's Hulk?
Mankind. Anybody. Mick Foley. Anybody. Have a nice day. Ooh, what a rush. Hulk Hogan is on here at 15. Can you guess what it is?
Train, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins.
What?
Not the most famous one.
Oh, man, that's one of them, though. It is.
The most famous one is, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
Brother.
Razor Ramon.
Yo.
There you go. The Chris Jericho one is kind of whack, but he did say it a lot. You will never, ever be the same again. The Raven, quote the Raven, nevermore.
Oh.
NWO for life. Let me do the hand thing with it. Vince McMahon's catchphrase was "You're fired." That whole fucking thing. Taz, ECW, beat me if you can, survive if I let you, which is probably my favorite, actually.
Really?
Yeah. He would say it while wearing a towel over his face, and he looked very menacing despite being 5'6". Diamond Dallas Page.
I'm dyslexic and I need help.
Feel the bang.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
All right.
What about Bonesaw?
So that's
From Spider-Man.
That's
Bonesaw from Spider-Man, dude.
So that's that. Moving on to new challenger.
Here comes a new challenger!
So new challenge every week. I do things, and we cover podcast stuff and stories. So we got maybe 10 whatever stories. Hopefully a little bit more attention and stuff can happen here.
It's Russian roulette with a dick joke.
All right, so I'll give you a word. Pick your story. Dan, you can go first here.
You got it.
So let's see. The first one we got is Zoom. Second, booze. Third would be Rona. Fourth would be 192. So the number 192. Mm-hmm. And fifth would be cookie.
Let's go 192.
This is just the police doing what the police do. Police found 192 rolls of toilet paper stashed in the SUV in Beverly Hills. They were creeping through and just saw someone hoarding basically a pallet of toilet paper. And that's where we're at in these Corona times.
So what did they do?
Let's see. Here's the story.
Rest of my hope.
Yeah, I'm invested in this now.
Southern California police officers searching an SUV found 192 rolls. This is in Beverly Hills, by the way. The coronavirus epidemic has prompted panic buyers emptying shelves. Now, remember, they have 2, maybe 4, depending on where you're at, limits on like toilet paper or what have you. So you can't buy a bunch of those and flushable wipes. So this person was fucking arrested for toilet paper.
Good.
192 is a lot of assholes to be wiping too. That's a lot.
It's way too much. It's unnecessary.
So quick question. Did any of you go there hunting for toilet paper after this shit started?
No.
Well, I have a theory that diarrhea is one of the symptoms of COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? People aren't afraid of not being able to take a shit. They need to take a shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's the immediacy of taking a shit.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever taken like a hot swunker and then, you know what I'm saying, you want to be able to do it again, you don't have the toilet paper and you want to do that. Like, it's
fucking gross.
it's simple economics, guys.
All right. So next round. This is going to be on you, AJ. We have a Zoom, booze, Rona, cookie, and brown, the color.
Booze.
Okay. Not surprising. Corona sales surged during this booze sales surged during this Corona outbreak. Give you some actual numbers here. U.S. sales of alcoholic beverages rose 55% in the week ending of March 21st, according to market research firm Nielsen. Spirits like tequila, gin, and premixed cocktails led the way, and sales jumping 75% compared to the same period last year. Wine sales were up 66%, while beer sales rose by 42%. Nielsen said that online alcohol sales, so think Drizzly, were up 243% since Corona has been cracking off. People are copying the fucking essentials. Yeah.
I believe it.
It's like, you remember in Wolf of Wall Street when it's like, I'm going to get super high while on this plane, and if the thing crashes, I want to be high? That is the same thing. If this world is ending, I want to be fucking drunk.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, how much alcohol have any of you bought? Like, have you purchased any alcohol since this shit has started, or am I the only one?
Ooh. Well, I actually got some before the Rona whole thing popped off, but it is kind of fancy. It's Whistle Pig whiskey. It's like their 10-year aged barrel whiskey. So I've got that sitting there waiting to crack it open.
Nice.
I just bought a bunch of King Cobras.
I've thrown away. You're a wild dude. I've thrown away 4 empty bottles because I've finished 4 bottles in the last 3 weeks.
Damn, dude.
Your boys live in and they're like Japanese whiskey, so it's like fucking $50 to $75 a bottle. I need to tighten up. My Trump checks are going to go to Japanese whiskey.
I was just about ready to say I know they were all Japanese whiskeys.
You got damn right.
Whatever gets you through, man. As long as it gets you through, that's what matters.
Amen.
Absolutely. All right. Let's go to this next round. This is going to be on you, D.
Let's do it.
So let's see what we have here. We got Zoom, Rona, Cookie, Brown, and Flasher.
Flasher.
Cool. Flasher, after nearly 20 years of flashing, the Cascade Flasher has finally been caught after years of complaints. This is in Cascade Township in Michigan, and it's in the county. This is interesting details. The county called Wood.
I like it.
So maybe he's like, oh, let me whip this dick out. So since 2003. Stephen Todd Pastor, it's a bunch of O's in his name. He's been like whipping it out in front of people, just like, you want it? You see it?
Wow.
So yeah, that's been going on. And that's been.
And they finally stopped him.
They finally stopped this super villain of overcoat flashing. I mean, it can't be good, right? But yeah, it's been just dicks out there for nearly 20 years.
That's insane. I feel like he's like, like the township's mascot almost. Like, oh, we can't get rid of him. He's an institution around here.
Right. And the thing that's wild about it is probably like one of those things like, if he's 54, so that means he started in his 30s. So his dick has matured. It's like that time-lapse photo. It's just grayer and dragglier. His balls are just fucking like around his knees. They started off around his waist. It's not great. It's not great. The years have not treated him or his cockles well. Next round. So we have, it's going to be on you, Dan. We have Zoom, Rona, Cookie, Brown, Essential.
Let's go with Cookie.
This is more on the lighter side of things. Where's that? You ever hear of the Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Company?
Yes,
I have.
Ironically.
Yeah.
So they've donated over, and it's odd, but they've donated over 50,000 fortune cookies to first responders.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know really what the nutritional value is, but they've labeled them for all of the doctors out there. And just imagine, like, some of the things in there, some of the fortunes in there. There was one that said, COVID-19 is tough, but we're all tougher, and like my fortunes, we will persevere. That's one of the messages that he did special fortune cookies for the first responders. This is in San Mateo and San Francisco, San Mateo, and Alameda, California. So yeah, it's good shit. They have a stay-at-home order right now, so this is a nice gesture. You do what you can.
Yeah.
And this company's been around for 57 years, so it's a plus on them. Next round. This is going to be on for you, D. Let's see what we have. So we got Zoom.
Zoom.
Jesus. We got Zoom, Rona, Brown, Essential, Nagging.
I'm going to stick with my answer, man. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Come on and zoom.
You're a wild person. So let's see.
Zoom and you're boom, boom.
Fucking USA Today, invest in a better website. So this is from their education section. So you notice that classes, some people work at colleges, some people take college classes. So I've heard different stories about professors and all, some being drunk, some not wearing pants on their fucking Zoom streams. So college students want to change how they're graded as a result of the coronavirus pandemic, since it's disrupted. And just imagine like you're back in college, you're paying your tuition and all of that shit, and your teacher is fucking like smoking a bong and shit while you're fucking like trying to like take this lecture.
They're just jealous they can't smoke a bong at that moment because they're trying to study.
Why can't they hit that bong? You know what I'm saying? They just mute themselves.
No. You're getting the full. You're getting the full payment. You're getting charged at the full rate, and somebody's fucking playing with their cat while they're teaching you. Nah. Fuck that.
They're probably doing it because it's like, I don't get paid enough for this bullshit. So yeah, this is the full me right now, students.
So
does that mean that the government is going to subsidize those fees that they were going to get paid?
Dude, some of the things I've heard, they're fucking over students. Apparently, let's say if you were going to graduate, and there was a few colleges in California, let's say if you were going to graduate, you got to repeat where you're currently at next year.
That's insane.
So think about it from this standpoint. You've already paid your money for tuition for this semester because we're not in the beginning of spring break. Was the fourth term or second semester for schools has already started by spring break. So before we went home on this shit, they already got your money. So now they're giving you a lackluster version and they're saying we're not changing your grades. So you've had professors rapping. This is one of the stories says the professor would rap his class. He worked on his freestyle to teach a class. One professor had pornography playing on his stream.
Wow.
On his Zoom.
Now that's wrong.
What'd you say, D?
Was it on accident?
It shouldn't happen though. You got to separate those things. You got to separate your work computer from your hands computer. You know. I mean,
I'm just saying, it seems like he really enjoys teaching.
Now, here's the other thing. Some of these classes, because they have labs attached to it, they're still charging the students for labs that they cannot give them.
That's fucked up.
So you get fees for like lab equipment, Bunsen burners or whatever. If I'm doing this shit digitally, nigga, are you mailing it to me? Like, what are we doing here? So yeah, students are pretty pissed off that they got to take these classes on Zoom, and they're like, "Yo, what's good? What are we doing here?"
Right.
All right. So who's next on this one? This is gonna be penultimate round, by the way.
I think it'd be me.
So on to you, Dan. We have since finally Zoom is gone, we have Rona, we have Brown, Essential, Nagging, and Drone.
Let's go nagging.
You picked the one that just wait for it. Don't nag your husband during the lockdown. Malaysian government advises women to leave your husband's fucking alone while quarantining is happening. This is from the Malaysian Ministry of Women, Family, and Community Development issued a series of online posters on Facebook and Instagram with the hashtag Women Prevent COVID-19. If you nag your man, he will leave and get the disease or get the virus.
That's real shit.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Anti-nagging. Leave your mans alone.
That's too funny.
All right, D, this is going to be on you. This is penultimate on you. I think we're down to just 5 stories at this point. So let's see. We have Rona, Brown, Essential, Drone. Actually, we just have 3. Yeah, we just have 3 stories.
I'm going with Rona.
Okay. This is kind of funny to me. It's fucked up and it's dark. But so New York has been getting hammered. New York and New Jersey have been getting hammered with the coronavirus pandemic, right?
Absolutely.
Like, they have the highest numbers. Guess which neighborhood has the highest amount of neighborhoods in New York that has the corona infestation, if you will? Corona Queens.
Really?
Wow,
the neighborhood of Corona Queens has the most cases. They have nearly 1,000 just in their neighborhood.
Whew.
That's insane, right?
That's
big
super
time.
appropriate.
So
is that a rich neighborhood, or is it? I take it's a poor neighborhood.
It's like the hood, dude.
It's like the super hood.
So put it in context. The number of residents, they almost have 1,000. So they have 947 residents of Corona that have the germ. They only have 11,000 people in that neighborhood. So 9% have the germ. Now, the amount of people around the world is not that high. It's like 5%. So they're almost double what the world average is. That shit is highly concentrated there. What are y'all doing in Queens?
They gotta stop dapping each other up, man. They bringing it into the chest and stuff like that. They gotta quit that.
I think it's in the do-rags and Timberlands, if you're being honest.
Hey, yeah,
that's pretty rough.
They're being too gangster. You know what I'm saying? They're still passing blunts, and they got to stop that.
Wow, that's nice. I like it. So we have. This is the one I didn't have in there. This is good. Cocaine. So this is the last one for you, Dan. Cocaine, Essential, Drone. Which one do you want?
Let's go cocaine.
So you know how certain states have this whole your ass should not be leaving your state, a stay at home, a fucking keep your ass out of the hood kind of fucking thing, stay home. Yeah. Georgia man has been accused of driving to Vermont and selling cocaine despite Georgia having a stay at home. Guess what his name is?
Oh, I don't even know.
and this is as of yesterday. So most of these states are locked down. His name is Leroy Brown, as in bad Leroy Brown.
I like it.
So yeah, they've been investigating this motherfucker since December. So he's been trafficking between Georgia and Vermont since December. This fucker's like, yo, the money's too good. I don't get quarantine my dick, nigga. I'm leaving. So apparently he can face up to 20 years. This seems a little low for all of these counts of cocaine distribution, but he's facing 20 years potentially.
That's crazy.
All right, D. Last round for you, sir. We got essential and we got drone. Which one do you want?
Drone.
This is kind of what our futures could be like. So just keep it in mind, guys. Hope doesn't burst my bubble. Man who asked his neighbor out using a drone takes the lucky lady on a socially distanced date while dressed in a giant inflatable balloon.
Huh.
So he's bubble boyed out and taking this chick on a date.
My man right there, he got foresight. He's definitely going to be. He gets it. Going to be.
Yeah, that's not bad.
3 to 7 weeks.
So here's the bullet points on it. New York photographer Jeremy Cohen, 28, flew his number to a mystery girl. The pair arranged a socially distant dinner date, him on his balcony or her on her rooftop. I can't believe this actually worked. And yes, this is a real story, he said on Twitter. He recently asked Tori to meet him outside where he was waiting in his bubble. A new viral video shows the pair walking down the street with Cohen inside of an inflatable ball. I needed to see her. I also wanted to respect that we both are socially distancing. And I don't know. I think he's a baller a little bit. You know, that's a cool move right there.
It's kind of cute. I would have liked it better if it was the Jake Gyllenhaal Bubble Boy suit, though.
Yeah, that would have been pretty strong, actually.
Right.
I mean, can she put her pussy like in the bubble though? Like, does it serve as? No, think about it. Does it serve as a condom? Yeah.
Double bubble.
Because I mean, what if that first date goes well and we know that some people fuck on the first night? That means she got like blue balls. You got blue balls. Corona and oriented blue balls. Nobody wants that.
Well, I think after a certain amount of time, they're just gonna take that risk. Like, yo, like,
shoot that shot.
Sex is good or bad during this thing right here, just you and me. You know,
sex in the end times, as it were.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the last thing, and I'll just cover. This will be the cherry on top, if you will. Here's the last story we got, and then we'll hit the socials, and then we'll get out of here, guys. So. You know, there's a bunch of people walked out of Amazon and Instacart and all of this shit earlier this week. It was one person that works at Amazon's warehouse, and he had a clear message for a lot of people making certain quote unquote essential orders. Because remember, if you get on Amazon now, it has a banner at the top that say we're only really taking essential orders. They get priority. Everything else goes out later. He was like, people are ordering in an inordinate amount of dildos, and they're not considered essential. That was his speech. With his Corona mask on, he said, "Good day." So people are buying a fuckload of dildos, which, going back to that previous story, everybody wants to fuck. Good night.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm going to go do that, guys. Hey, y'all take it easy now.
You're wild. Social medias, where they at? Where can they find you guys?
CoPlayMedia.com, DCRadio.gov, CoPlay Media on Facebook, man. Check us out.
Dan D, where can they find you, sir?
You can find me on the grams and the Twitch and the tweets at Kid Get Nice, and as always at Crown City Cook on the grams. Rob, where can they find you?
They can find me hoarding Purell, actually. They can find me at Lord Lee MTR on the tweets and on the gram, and also MTR podcast tweets and gram. Hit us up, drop us a line. I've probably been hitting you fuckers up, sliding in your DMs, letting you know about the latest episode. I'm going to continue to do that until I get flagged, so eat a dick. But yeah, definitely check us out on all the major podcast platforms. And for our previous host, AJ, for Dearyes from Chloe Plenia, and from Dan D. This is Rob Lee saying, just put the tip through. Just put the tip through the bubble. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Can't contract Corona through cum. It's impossible.
What?
You just tell them that's not how it happens. That's not how it happens. It's fine. It's fine. Just look around the tip a little bit more. It's fine.
Wow.
It's perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
I'm gonna jerk off. Bye.
Take it easy, guys.
See you guys.